Good evening. This is Mill Hamsteak here on Radio WBZ. That's Boston's home of the Ruffians and Ruffian baseball. We're here. It has been quite the series here at Evacuation Day Fairgrounds, as Gary Antoinette, the star pitcher for the Ruffs, takes the mound. And that is a diving attempt by Loud Juice Kendrick, who's playing, who we got at second base at the moment. And already the Haberdashers are on with one. That's Trevor Knockmore. Stokely Hathaway is going to bunt Knockmore over to second. One out. Here's Whiny Jagoff. We're already getting things started. We had a bit of a 12-10 sort of kerfuffle, I think is what I'll go ahead and call it. Yesterday. So with the star pitchers on the mound today, and Herzl Good and Gary Antoinette, I think we're going to see a little bit more control in this one. Again, that was quite the game yesterday. That was a final score. The Haberdashers won by 12-10. That is a 9-inning game, and already we're seeing a lot of things. They already batted one in. I believe that is Whiny Jagoff on third. Got one out. Stump Phillips on first. And that is Murky Goodbar, first baseman. And that is going to fly out to Wiggly Bispo, but he's going to get the sacrifice, so that's going to be a second. And that's a second run for the Habs, and it's not looking good already for them. That's going to be out to Wiggly Bispo again, so, the Ruffs get the out, only allowed 2 runs off 2 hits. But, when we see a 12-10 game yesterday, it gets you a little nervous here. Here we go, Herzl Good on the mound. Starting off against Loud Juice Kendrick, that looks like his blonde hair. That's actually just the cream-colored baseball helmet. His hair matches the helmet, of course. He's going to fly that one out to Hubie Goozle to get things started for the Ruffs. Now up to Wiggly Bispo, who has moved his way into the batting 373. He's going to ground that one out to Stokely Hathaway. Makes the throw to Goodbar. And out number 2 already. So the Ruffs need to really get things going here. They're facing Herzl Good. Herzl Good is a phenomenal pitcher. He's 4-2 so far after 8 starts. He struck out 31, leads the team in strikeouts. Ought to be leading the league in strikeouts, I'd have to imagine. I don't check my statistics there. That's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. And here's Ren Bugby starting things off for the Haberdashers, 7th in the lineup. That's going to be out number 1. Here is Boob Jenna. Jenna is a strong batter here for batting 8th in the lineup. Batting 278, got 5 home runs, 11 RBIs, struck out 6 times, but he's got 30 hits on the season. That's going to be 31 for him, and he's on with a single up to the pitcher spot. It's Herzl Good, and Herzl Good, not the worst batter either. He doesn't get a lot of chances. 21 plate appearances, 7 hits. That's going to be just below 333, but, again, you don't expect much from your pitcher, so that's just always bonus at that point. Here's Trevor Knockmore, going to go into foul territory, probably catchable. That's Rogue Bison with the catch. Rogue Bison moves it over to into foul territory, gets himself the catch, and the Ruffs can take the plate again here in the bottom of the second. And that is Shrewd Bland going to start things off by going to industry, see that one in the grass. That's a grassy knoll if I ever saw that one. To Industry for a solo shot home run for the Ruffs. 2-1. They're only down by 1 now. And that home run brought to you by Industry Brands, perfumes, fragrances, and anything that really smells good. Cologne, aftershaves. You put it on, you go out in the town, someone says, hey, you smell pretty good. You say, yeah, of course, it's Industry. I mean, what do you fucking want? You're gonna have to, oh, it's Industry again. To Industry again. A second home run. That time by Fixed Rate Mortgage. Fixed Rate Mortgage sends that one all the way out of this ballpark. That's his first home run of the season. So a guy batting .262, primarily a singles batter. Rogue Bison's going to strike out. He's pretty known to do that, unfortunately. Bringing up Energy Midtown. Who's going to ground that one out to the shortstop. And Cocan Lloyd at shortstop today. Bouncing between shortstop and second base. He'll be at shortstop today with Juice Kendrick to his left. If we got someone like Pretend Esposito or Virgil Sacrifice in, they'll move over to second. Very versatile. Nice to see the Ruffs got a lot of support in the field, in the infield. They can always rest the players and not seem like they're struggling. And that's going to be Lindbergh, baby, who's been a little bit of a streak for Lindbergh, baby. Only batting .308 all of a sudden. Only at bat 13 times. That's a walk, so that's a 14th plate appearance. But for a player that doesn't really come off the bench too often, found a starting spot. Home run, 4 RBIs, a couple of hits. That's going to be solo. That's going to be out at first. That's Gary Antoinette. So the top of the lineup for the Ruffs going to come up when we get to the bottom of the third. Now we're seeing Stokely Hathaway, second in the lineup for the Haberdashers. Second time around for these guys. 2-2, the score currently. And that's going to be a strikeout. Stokely Hathaway, that's a huge at-bat to get for Gary Antoinette. That's only the 5th strikeout for Stokely Hathaway in his season. Gary Antoinette, however, not really a strikeout pitcher either, so only throwing 6. That's going to be number 7 for him. Usually like to put it on the ground, take it in the air, get some fly balls. That's going to be the Industry again, another home run. Oh, whiny Jagoff. And this whiny Jagoff going to hit a home run and take the lead for the Haberdashers. Is Gary Antoinette pitching to Stump Phillips, playing catcher. We see him in the outfield. He's been a decent catcher as well, and it allows the Haberdashers to put another strong batter in the outfield. Then Ren Bugby and Hubie Goozle alongside Whiny Jagoff, who just got that home run to give the Haberdashers the lead again, and that's going to go right to the glove of Juice Kendrick, which ends any sort of run the Habs are thinking about having. 3-2 now to score. Here's Wiggly Bispo. Wiggly Bispo. And lately been batting cleanup. They put him second in the lineup with Shrewd Bland. Been a leadoff hitter, been really finding himself. Batting .373. 47 hits on the season, 21 RBIs, 6 home runs. That's going to be out, unfortunately. And here's Cocan Lloyd batting .358 right behind him. Doesn't get good contact. That should be an easy play. Good to throw to Goodbar. And Goodbar. Brings us to Shrewd Bland. Already got a home run today. Can he make another one? He's going to go up the middle. That's going to be a line single. Just skims the ground. Fielded by Hubie Goozle. And that's going to be a single now for Bland. He's going to try to steal. Hasn't got the legs. Oh, but they bobble the catch. Knockmore can't hold on to it. Stolen base. I mean, there's no danger of a double play. It's 2 outs in this one. But that's going to make getting home a little easier. And Shrewd Bland, well, the throw kind of held him at third. I think he realized he might have gotten beat at second before if they didn't drop that throw. Big swing by Rogue Bison, the first baseman. And a big swing. That's going to be foul. Big swing again by Bison. This could be out of here. They're looking at the fence. It's gone to industry. And boom indeed. Well, 3 runs score off of that one. And the Ruffs are now up 5-3 with Energy Midtown. And Herzl Good is getting hit on today. He is getting lit up by this Ruffian team. Lindbergh baby with Midtown on first. And they're gonna, they pitch out. I don't think they're trying to walk him. That was just a little lost control by Herzl Good, who's not looking too sharp right now. It's gonna be another single off to left field. Ren Bugby with the throw. And runners on first and second. Gary Antoinette's got a single already today. He's not ready to get to the bench just yet. He's still got some more muscle in that arm. Gonna ground it out to the second baseman, Trevor Knockmore, but a big inning for the Ruffs. They get up 5-3 after 3 innings, and here comes the Haberdashers again. Hubie Goozle. It's been back and forth already. After a 12-10 game, the bats are still alive. You can tell it already. Bison's going to grab that one from inside the dirt. Makes a throw over to Antoinette. There's the first out, and you don't see that too often in this game so far. You got a lot of hits, a lot of run support from both teams. You know, there's still a bit of a long shot for one of these teams to kind of make a run for the championship at the end of the season, but it's getting a little dicey here. You know, both teams made a really strong charge at the start of the season. Boston had the lead for a bit, then slipped out, lost it to Milwaukee and Philadelphia. Now Pittsburgh's coming up strong too. You got to watch out for them. But Milwaukee's looking good as well. And the New York teams and Boston were kind of trading a little bit of jabs and crosses early in the season. You know, like the early rounds of one of them prize fights. You know, ABH. Again, what happened to them? I think all these teams just kind of lost a little bit of form or came out hot. ABH though, they've kind of fallen. But that's going to be a walk, so bases are loaded for Trevor Knockmore, the pitcher spot. Herzl Good gets walked, and this has me a little bit worried as Mil Hamsteak, the radio announcer for the Boston Ruffians here on WBZ. But that's going to be okay. They're going to sacrifice that one in. Wiggly Bispo get the catch, make the throw to Midtown. Nobody out. They tag up, and it's 5-4. So 2 outs. At least you can make the play at any base at this time. With Stokely Hathaway. He's gonna pop that one up into the middle of the outfield. It's like the Lindbergh baby's gonna get that one. And they preserve the lead going into the bottom of the 4th. Loud Juice Kendrick top of the lineup coming up for the Ruffs, who batted nearly around last inning, getting 3 runs. And Kendrick's going to swing big on that one. You know, he does have a bit of a tendency to strike out. He's got 8 of them. He's going to ground out that one caught by Knockmore, throwing a good bat. And here's Wiggly Bispo. Bispo going to ground that one out again. We're not used to seeing this at this point after so many eventful games. Eventful innings. 5-4 though A lot of baseball to play. That's ball one for Herzl. Good. Here is Coke Can Lloyd up to bat. And Lloyd's going to pop that one up. That should be easy, out 3. That's Stump Phillips behind home plate getting that one. And that is that's a 1-2-3 inning. So not too impressive, and the Haberdashers get a chance to take the lead here in the top of the 5th. Whiny Jagoff already got that home run. That's gonna be it's gonna be foul, and it's 1-1 to count. Pops that one up right in front of the away dugout. It's gonna hit the roof of it, but Shrewd Bland sure did try to make that catch. He's got that kind of problems with depth perception, and I'm surprised he's that good of a catcher. It's going to be a walk on a full count to Jagoff. Here's Stump Phillips. And Antoinette already up to 52 pitches. Not so bad considering it's the top of the 5th, but no outs yet. A fancy Dan double play would certainly be most welcome at this point. Kind of get him at a better pitch count for the top of the 5th. But he is having some control issues at the moment. You can just see it's kind of going a little everywhere. That's going to be popped up into shallow left field. Energy Midtown makes the grab over his shoulder. Keeps the runner at first, and here's Murky Goodbar, the first baseman. Goodbar is, well, he's going to go right into it. He's a little slow. He's got the fancy Dan. Does do the roughs. That was Energy Midtown. Right to Kendrick. Right to Bison. A Fancy Dan double play. Brought to you by Fancy Dan's Follicle Products. Get some more fop for your quaff. If you got a little hair on your head, I don't got none at this point. I'm kind of going bald these days. But you got some hair on your head, and you want it to be clean, you want it to look good, you wanted to style it. And you tried styling with gelatin. It ain't just for your dinners and your desserts. You put some of that stuff they make out of the horse hoofs, and you put it in your hair, and it kind of stays in place. It's kind of like a styling gelatin. And you know, it's a little new, it's a little unusual, it's a newfangled product. But you know, hey, I see people like it. They kind of like it. They go out, they get some nice stuff for their hair, get some shampoo, make it nice and clean. You put some gelatin in there, and it kind of stays in place. Meanwhile, with to industry, I got one live read done, and I'm gonna go with another one to industry and their brand of fragrances, colognes, aftershaves, and perfumes. You can smell good and thank industry for it. Found wherever smells are sold. That's a huge 3-run home run. And on base again with a single. The runs and the hits keep coming for the Ruffs. We might be in for one today, folks. That was Rogue Bison with that 3-run homer. Energy Midtown on first. Here's Lindbergh Baby, who's going to smash that one. That might just have enough. It's going to be short. Oh, into the glove of Hubie Goozle. I misjudged it. I thought that was going to be at least off the wall. And Gary Antoinette, it's gonna fly out to Hubie Goozle again, keeping Midtown on first. It's 2 outs. Here's Loud Juice Kendrick. Back to the top of the lineup, already up to bat 3 times. This is his 4th at bat. It's only the bottom of the 5th. Kind of tells you what you're getting into at this game. It's not one for your fans of good pitching. Nothing disrespectful to Good or to Antoinette, but you like heavy hitters and you like a lot of home runs, then this is the game for you. Come on down to the Evacuation Day Fairgrounds. This is the final game in the series between the Haberdashers and the Ruffs. But believe you me, there is plenty more to come by and get excited about for Boston Ruffians baseball. Great place to watch a baseball game. Come on down here. The Ruffians are staying in town. Tomorrow they welcome the New Ohio Debonaires for a 3-game series. And then after that they're on the road to the Milwaukee Dutchmen. So get a couple of results to go in the right way, and all of a sudden, we're talking we're potentially talking, a little bit of a run down the line. So I'd like to see them kind of do that. And looks like Ren Bugby picked up an injury. Hopefully nothing too serious. I think he came up a little gimpy on that. But here comes Nipples McBride in for him. And Boob Jenna just grounded that one out. Gauze Blacksmith's going to be a pinch hitter for the Haberdashers. And that's going to be strike one. Gary Antoinette, 64 pitches, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Starting to get into territory where he might be looking to call an end to his day. We've seen him go into the 80s, but I don't know if I want to see him do anything more than 75, I think, just based on what I've been seeing. 1 run's going to score on that, well, basically a sacrifice. That the out was made at first. The out was not made in time. That was exactly the problem there. So another run scores. A little bit of lax fielding by the Ruffs, if I do say so myself. But it's going to just miss the glove of Kendrick. And that's going to go deep into outfield. Wiggly Bispo's going to have to make the throw, but the runner's coming home. And the play at the plate not in time. It's now 8-6 Ruffs. Again, the Ruffs still have the lead. And in comes Lou Gehrig's disease. They're going to go to the bullpen. Lou Gehrig's disease coming in for Gary Antoinette. First thing he does is let up a hit. And that run's going to be assigned to Gary Antoinette. It's not an end run for Lou Gehrig disease, but coming in as a pitcher, Lou Gehrig's disease. He's got 2 saves, 0-2, but not seeing a save situation for him. And Isaiah Denove is going to come to the mound after Herzl Goods Day deemed over. So Isaiah Denove. The only, to my knowledge, Amish baseball pitcher. But, Lou Gehrig's disease, got an ERA at 2.213, a whip about 1.27. He's showed up in 12 different games. Pitched just over 20 innings, so, a little less than an inning a game. Doesn't really come in for too long. Got 5 strikeouts. Let's talk about Ezemiah Denove for a second, as he just got that first out. Denove's got a record of 1-2, but he's got 2 saves. He comes in for about 2 innings a game. He showed up in 11 games for 22 innings. His whip is under 1. His whip is under .9, so that's a solid whip. And, we're looking at an ERA of 2.864, so, if you want to go to somebody in your bullpen to kind of calm down the bats on this team, you go to Ezemiah Denove, one of the better members of the bullpen for the I'm looking, he's got the lowest ERA. I think him and Wash Muscles, but I think he's got a better whip. So I think you go to him for again, for a 3rd out. You put a 0 on the board, and that's how you stop a run on offense. And don't like to see it as the voice of the Ruffians, but got to say that's a smart decision for the Haberdashers. You got Ezemiah Denove on the mound. A good pitcher to go to in your bullpen. And they're going to tie this game up. It's going to be tied to industry again. That is another home run for the New York Haberdashers, tying this game at 8. Lou Gehrig's disease has lost the plot of this game. And Stump Phillips with that home run. That is home run number... Gotta look up this. That's home run number 8 for Stump Phillips. He currently leads the Habs in RBIs. And that's going to be number 24 for him. I'm not sure if he had any earlier this game, but he had 23 coming into this one. He led the team. Certainly going to keep that lead. And that's laying down a bunt is Hubie Goozle. Again, lays down the bunt right into the catcher's hands. Not sure what he was going for. That's out number 1 is Nipples McBride. Nipples McBride coming out for foul ball Duncans. So I guess they're going with a pinch hitter. Foul ball Duncan's probably going to go into outfield. Although Duncans is an infield player, so I'm not even certain I know what's going on here. And that's going to pop up to fixed rate mortgage for out number 2. We're tied at 8. A lot of baseball still to play. And here's Boob Jenna. Boob Jenna, top of the 7th. Jenna batting .278 going into today. And that's going to leave the infield, get out of the grasp of Kendrick. And you can just see how much this series is taking out of these teams. They are just looking so tired. Ezemiah Denova is going to come out. He's only come in for 1 inning. Doug Lumps coming up to the plate as a pinch hitter with 2 outs. So the Habs are going to go to their bullpen again. I'm not entirely certain, unless they want washed muscles coming in. I don't see who else is going to come in for them. I don't think you go to your closer, Uptown, just yet. And that's going to be a fair ball. So having trouble with his Lindbergh baby. And the Habs take the lead now. With runners on the corners. It's 9-8. Here's Trevor Knockmore. Knockmore's going to hit it into center field. A ground ball up the center. 10-8 to Habs. And we are seeing this again today. From this announcer's point of view, this is not looking good for the Boston Ruffians. That's at least a play at first. Well done, dove onto by Coke Can Lloyd. Pablo Longstroke is going to come out of the bullpen for the New York Haberdashers. He's going to face the bottom of the lineup for the Ruffs. Rogue Bison, followed by Energy Midtown and Lindbergh Baby. And Bottomley Samplemore is going to come in at catcher, and Stump Phillips is going to move into the outfield. So, playing a little musical chairs here. Pablo Longstroke's pitches about 2 innings a game, a little bit more than that. He's got 5 strikeouts after 18 innings of play. He's allowed 29 hits and 11 earned runs. An ERA of about 5.4, with about 1.7. Not really been that great. He's got 1 win on his belt, but I think we're seeing as the Ruffian bats are kind of lighting up. I'm kind of surprised that they're going to that bullpen again, not going for a double switch to try to keep Ezemiah Denova out there. But I guess they thought they had the lead, and now the go-ahead run for the Ruffs is at the plate in Lindbergh Baby with no outs. Gonna smash that one. It's not far enough. I think it's gonna go to the warning track. Easy catch for Hubie Goozle, but it's gonna cause Rogue Bison to tag up and slide into third. So we got runners on the corners. Lou Gehrig's disease probably gonna come out as well. That's gonna be Pretend Esposito. This is a strong bench player. He's been a starter. They kind of rested him today, but if he can get a strong hit. Anything, that's going to bring 1 run in. I don't know if that's going to be enough. No, it's going to be a slow run, a slow jog for Energy Midtown. So it's going to be Midtown on second. We got Esposito on first. Here is Loud Juice Kendrick. 1 out. Takes ball 1. Longstroke trying to just get out of this inning. A double play ball would be huge for the Haberdashers. But the Ruffs are hoping that something can bring home Energy Midtown. And they're going to load the bases up right now. So, Wiggly Bispo, 0 for 4 today. Not used to saying that about him. This might be the best time to go 1 for 5. And if he goes 1 for 5, that would be the biggest 1 for 5 for Wiggly Bispo. The stat sheet would not do it justice. He's going to leave the infield. It's going to go over the head of Trevor Knockmore. Habs take the lead with a single from Bispo. And Coke Can Lloyd up to bat. 1 out. He's going to smash that one. That's going to be up and high. I think they're going to tag up. Hubie Goozle trying to make the throw to third. Has to cut off the Hathaway. And again, runners on the corners, this time with two outs. Here's Shrewd Bland. Perfect today. Again, another dangerous batter you got there. That's the nice thing about the Ruffs. They got the top of the lineup. You got your first 4 batters, and that's not even counting Pretend Esposito. You just can't even find a spot for him in the lineup when Energy Midtown has just been playing so well too. And that's going to go to industry. Shrewd Bland, another home run for the Ruffs, and this crowd here at Evacuation Day Fairgrounds is going absolutely banana. And it is 14-10. We're doing it again, folks. Delmar Uptown coming in from the bullpen. The closer here in the bottom of the 7th with 1 out left to get. That's going to keep things going. That's going to drive right into center field. Hubie Guzel with the throw. It's another double for the Ruffs. And that was Fixed Rate Mortgage. Here's Rogue Bison coming back around. They're batting around again out of Ruffs. And it looks like they might be walking Rogue Bison to make the out be at any of the bases. Well, Delmar Uptown has not come into a lot of save situations. He's only got 3 saves on the season, but he's 2-2. He's pitched for 17 2/3 innings, not counting today. 9 strikeouts, so he's been a really strong pitcher. That's going to be out at second, and in comes Sandy Koufax. So Pretend Esposito is going to be out. Energy Midtown coming out for Virgil Sacrifice in a double switch situation. Whiny Jagoff is going to be starting things off of the Haberdashers. They're down 4. 14-10 is this score here in the top of the 8th. We ain't done yet, folks. We went 12-10 as a final score yesterday. 14 from the Ruffians. I mean, you'd say 14 should be enough to win, but I mean, you saw what happened yesterday. You heard about it. You listened to WBZ. You heard me going nuts about it. I mean, for all we know, this could be a 15-14 or a 16-15 game. Who knows at this point? It's going to be foul for a full count to Whiny Jagoff off the glove of Kendrick. Going to be a single. And the Habs and the Haberdasher fans are not basically letting them have it. They're not liking what they're seeing out of these Ruffs on the field. A lot of what should be some easy plays they seem to think. But, you know, let me tell you, I don't really play a lot of... I don't get a chance to play too much baseball, especially when I watch them practice. They don't let me on the field. But, that's going to be another fielding mishap, and the Ruffs are going to allow another run to score. It's going to be 14-11. It's a little tougher than you think to make some of these diving catches. You know, you watch it, you sit in the stands, and you kind of watch it, you think, oh, how hard can that be? And yeah, these are players being paid for it. But, you know, that's not an easy thing. You play a couple of games like this. You play a grueling season like this, 42 games in 2 months, and it starts to catch up to you. This should, in theory, be an out. Yep, that's going to leave a runner on third. It's going to be the first out. Hubie Guzel. Top of the 8th. And that's going to be hit foul. Guzel not having the best of days, I don't think, if I look at my stat sheet right. That should potentially be tagged up. And that might be 14-12. No, they're going to hold the runner. The runner's going to hold it third. And Bartley Samplemore coming in. He's a backup catcher. And that's going to go right into the glove of Coke Can Lloyd. 14-11. And Delmar Uptown stays on the mound for the Haberdashers. Facing Lindbergh, baby. And then I believe it'll be Sandy Koufax. I don't know if they're going to actually let him bat. But bottom of the 8th. That's 2 balls so far to Lindbergh, baby. Up in the air, that's going to be caught by Stump Phillips. Oakley Hathaway, 1 shot. That's going right to first base. That was Sandy Koufax. Here is with 2 outs. Loud Juice Kendrick, top of the lineup again, bottom of the 8th. Swing hard on that one. That's going to go foul just barely on the wrong side of the pole, and it's caught by Stump Phillips. What a catch. Deep in left field. He does everything, I got to tell you. That's a strong player for the Haberdashers. You know, this is a better team than we're seeing in the season so far. I think the first half of the season, Haberdasher team is really telling us what we need to know about them. It's put some results together. They're going to be a fierce rival in the Continental League. 2 outs, top of the 9th. The Ruffs can put this away. 2-2 to count. That should be out number 1. Coke can. Lloyd makes a throw to Rogue Bison. 14-11. Man, I can't believe I would be saying this, but I hope 14-11 is the final score I can read for you. That's going to be dove right onto it, does Coke can Lloyd, but loses the ball under his own body, and that's going to be a single. Here's Trevor Knockmore. 3 for 4 today, a double, 2 singles, couple of RBIs. Takes ball 1. That's foul for 1-1. A double play here would be fantastic to see. Instead, he's going to find a gap in center field. Running to it is Lindbergh Baby in left field, coming all the way over. That's going to score 1 run, a double for. Well, a double for Knockmore. Here's Stokely Hathaway, only 1 for 4 today. An incoming stump downtown to third for the Ruffs, the closing pitcher, trying to get something out of this. Takes strike 1, swings at strike 2. Big pop up there. Should be caught by downtown to third. Downtown tree, DT tree as they call him. And that's going to be a huge swing. All the way to the warning track, drops just short of the wall. Another run scores, 14-13. We're getting a little nervous here with a double. The tying run is on second base. Here comes Stump Phillips, 2 for 4 with a home run, a double, and 2 RBIs. This is getting me a little nervous here. Stump Phillips has been doing a little bit of everything for the Haberdashers. And he's going to ground that one right to Coke Can Lloyd to throw. Out number 3. What a game this has been. The Ruffs win. And I am a bit speechless at this point. What a game it was. The Boston Ruffians take the win over the New York Haberdashers. The final score, Boston Ruffians 14 runs off 18 hits. The New York Haberdashers 13 runs off 19 hits. About 7 home runs today, I think I counted. A whole bunch of hits, 18 plus 19, you do the math, 37. What a day it's been. Winning pitches, Lou Gehrig's disease. The loss goes to Pablo Longstroke, and Stump downtown the third gets a save out of it, even though a couple runs scored. Shrewd Bland is your finest dandy of the day with Rogue Bison and Whiny Jagoff. Until then, this is Mill Hamsteak. That concludes the Boston-New York series. The new to Ohio Debonaires come in tomorrow, and they face Melron Snellnitz on the mound. So, what a couple of games it's been. But until next time, I'm Mill Hamsteak. This is Radio WBZ, and go Ruffs.